So in this video, I want to introduce the formal elements. So firstly, line is one of the formal elements. So line can be used to help to structure your picture or lead your eye through an image. So this photo here I've taken in Venice, you can see your eye sort of led up the stairs. And you want to use line to create sort of order and structure to your pictures. Another formal element is shape. Now shape is where you're looking really at a two-dimensional outline, and you can see here with this poppy that I've taken, you've got a very sort of clear edge to the shape of the flower head. And a good way to really emphasize shape is to try and have a fairly neutral plain background, so the red really works against here with the green, so it sort of really emphasizes that. So you can also get sort of silhouettes as well, also when you've got a strong contrast in your pictures. Now form is a three-dimensional equivalent of shape, and form can really be emphasised through the lighting. So this picture here I've just taken in Folkestone, you can see the light is here and then you've got the shadows here, so it gives it that sort of 3D quality, and it just makes it seem it stands out more from the image as well. Tone. Now tone is all about the subtle graduations between the light and dark areas. So here I've got my husband's hand and my daughter's hand, and you can see the lovely subtle tonal range of their skin with their hands touching each other. So it's all about really emphasizing those tones to make sure that your pictures aren't too contrasty, but they still have contrast, but they also capture the sensitive details in the highlight areas and the mid-tones. And this image here I took in Ghana, and this is really, pattern is all about repetition. So whether it's you're photographing, say here like I've got here with the beads, a repetition of those, or it could be a repetition of a piece of fabric, or even something within an image where you may be photographing similar sort of patterns and shapes. So it sort of creates a sort of unity and structure to your picture. And texture. Texture is lovely, where you can really capture that sort of surface detail. So when you take a photo, you want to really feel like you can touch that surface. And again, light is really key. So if you have a really nice strong light here, so we can see on this day that I took this picture down in Dungeness, this just shows here that you've got the tone and the silhouette of the netting, and you've got the lovely sort of painted detail as well. So it just really emphasizes the detail in a picture. And colour, well, colour can really just make your pictures seem much more dramatic, playful, vivid, and it can really emphasise a mood in your picture. So this picture I took down in Folkestone looks really quite surreal, where I've used a shallow depth of field and focused on the tree, and these really bright pink flowers just become like this blur in the foreground. And it just really can again direct the viewer to what you want to say in the image, and depending what colours you use, that can really emphasise a mood too. So composition is what you call a picture that's made up of the formal elements. So it's the word that means how your picture is visually hung together. So it's how you you use the formal elements to create a coherent image. So if you start to look in a lot of your pictures, you'll notice that you'll have a lot of the formal elements. So I've got the elements of line here, I've got a very distinctive horizon here as well, where I've taken a low shot. Colour is really key, so I've got the red and the green, you've got the tonal range, you've got texture here, you've got pattern as well, repetition here. So it will often include lots of aspects of the formal elements. So always think about whatever you're taking your pictures of, make sure it's intentional, get close to what you want to photograph, and then that will really lead the viewer's eye to what you want them to look at. So that's the 4 more elements.